If you have spent any time at all around the rifle world or precision rifle world, you have definitely heard of the good old Ruger American. Came out in 2012, budget conscious, and at the time had a cult-like following from the perspective of a cost-effective rifle that was also very accurate. We're gonna test that theory for sure. So, I had to get my hands on one. Thought it was time to do another episode of Will It Shoot? Ruger American Gen 2. Stick around. Before we go any further, our videos get 20, 30, 40,000 views. We have like 7 subscribers. So I appreciate you 6 and my mom watching my videos 2,000 times a piece. Appreciate y'all. Hey, like, subscribe. Guys, it really helps the channel out, really helps push the algorithm. Please likey, subscribey. Likey, subscribey. So we're gonna do what we do on this channel. We are gonna test the accuracy of this bad boy to 100 yards. We're gonna shoot groups with it. Then, as you probably can tell, we're gonna take it and we're out of its factory configuration and we're gonna drop it in an updated stocker chassis system. What did I choose this time? This old beaut right here, boys and girls. This is the KRG Bravo. Now, I was very specific about the choice I went with because I wanted a stock. Some of you have complained, oh, the stocks and chassis you drop them in are so expensive. They're as much as the gun or more than the gun. All right, legit argument in some of the situations. But if you'll notice, I've kind of tried to match the gun in cost. So that's what I did here. These guns run 600 bucks. In most retailers, you can find them cheaper than that. So what I've done here is I've grabbed the KRG Bravo in a $400, I think it was 399 bucks configuration. I've dropped the American Ruger Gen 2 in a 22-inch 6.5 Creedmoor. You know we're gonna be running that Hornady factory through it and we're gonna test the accuracy. But the other thing that I've heard about Ruger Americans, I've never shot one, is it all depends on which one you get. Guys, these are cold hammer forged barrels. They have what they call a marksman trigger. Marksman trigger. I've already shot it. He's a better marksman than I am. Anyway, and a 70-degree bolt throw, 3-lug bolt. So you're saying all the right things to Daddy. Daddy likes that. But one of the things I've heard is really, from an accuracy perspective, it depends on which one you get, right? Will you get the good one or the bad one? Will you get a lemon or an absolute shooter? So what I've done here is, for fun, I grabbed a second one. So we have one in 22-inch configuration, chambered in the 6.5 Creedmoor, and then we have one in a much shorter configuration, 16 inches, shooting out the 22 Arc. Same test with both of them, 100 yards and something at distance, probably 400-ish yards. We're gonna test the consistency and accuracy out of the factory configuration and then drop both of them in the KRG chassis and go to town. Really quickly, the other things we're gonna run here, just KRG in general, my very first upgraded top tier chassis I ever had was the X-Ray. I loved that thing. They have the best thumb shelf in the game, in my opinion, and I was just a big fan of it. And so I thought it was a natural fit given its price point and the reliability and just kind of the reputation that KRG, Kinetic Research Group, KRG, has in the marketplace. They're a great company, great organization. They've been around a long time. I see them in the competition world and in the hunting world alike. So reputable group to be working with. So I'm excited to see if there's any improvement in accuracy today or not from the production model. The other thing that I did was I've got 2 Arken optics. I'm gonna run the EP5 Gen 2, the 7-35, and I've got the 5-25 that we're gonna put on the 22 Arc. So you're gonna kind of get to do that, right? We did budget rifle, budget chassis system, budget optic. I am also running the rings. Now, all of you clowns out there who threw up in the last video, the last Will It Shoot video, oh, I can't believe he's got the scope touching the ring. You got me. In 60 videos, all right, your boy made a mistake, okay? Now, I threw that scope in those rings the night before I left to film, pretty much in the dark while my family was asleep, as quickly as I possible, made sure it was level, tightened her down, checked the torque specs, and went to work. But it was touching. I made a mistake. Almighty YouTube, please forgive me. Old gun still shot though, didn't it? So, suck it. But anyway, she's real close, but she ain't touching today, boys. Neither is 525. All right, let's get down to the range. Let's see what we see. I'm excited to see how both of these rifles shoot in the production capacity and then dropping them in the KRG, and we'll kind of talk through some of the things I like or don't like as we go through that process, i.e. this action screw right here, which I hate on the production model. Yeah, all in all, let's go down, let's check it out, see what we see. Okay, here we are, the Ruger American and the 22-inch 6.5 Creedmoor. This might be the last video I do ever with a brake. Holy smokes, not for me. But we've sent a couple warming shots down. I don't know where this is gonna be at on paper. I sent it into the hill just so people didn't complain that the barrel was cold. And we're gonna do our test. We're gonna do some 3-shot groups in the traditional stock. Then we're gonna send some down at 400 yards. Check how that grouping looks. Then we're gonna flip it to the KRG Bravo and finish it all off. We'll be taking the old trigger cam along for the ride here, and we are running the Arken EP5 7-35 scope. So without further ado, let's get it. Low left. All right, guys, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna shoot a group, and then I will just adjust the zero accordingly. But I'm gonna finish this group out. That's touching. Oh my gosh. Gotta stand on that trigger, baby. All right, so it looks like we are roughly 1.5 mils low, so I'm going to come up 1.5. And then we need to go to the right, 0.5 mil. Cut. Load up 3 more. Let's do it again. Okay, I'm gonna go for the bottom left orange circle. Here we go. Yep. Tie left. Very consistent little group to the first one. Just a 1/10. I'm gonna bring in one more 1/10 to the right, but I'm not doing that, guys. I don't wanna be in the orange. I always check groups and zero, just slightly offset, whether that's 2/10 high or 2/10 off to the side typically. And that's so you keep that orange fresh, so you know your aim point is precise every time. This reminds me of the old Savage days. No disrespect to Savage. You're my dogs. Bottom right, last group. I mean, the speed stayed consistent. I was excited about this one because it had kind of an elevated cheek piece for my cheek weld. I gotta say, I am not comfortable behind this stock. Showzers. That trigger is challenging. It's about a $500 gun. I mean, these have a cult-like following, guys, and people always rave on the accuracy, especially for the money. So, and again, we're shooting factory loads, so you could certainly tighten it down with hand loads, what have you, I would think. But most of the factory stuff in the channel that we've shot, literally it's the same ammo I've shot in some of these other tests, has hammered. So I'm looking at 3 groups down there that look about 1.1 to me from here. I don't know. We'll obviously measure it later. So, all right. I'm gonna let it cool off, then we're gonna shoot a group at 400, and then we're gonna swap the chassis out and see if the KRG Bravo improves our accuracy. Off to the races. I have no idea where the zero is gonna be. Same rules apply, baby. You know how we do it. Ooh, she toyed. Very nice. Spot her up. Spot her up. I'm gonna go for the center orange dot. No idea where this is gonna be. Oh yeah, that is butter. You ready? Yeah. I really like the thumb shelf on this too. It's nice. KRG does a really good job with their thumb shelves. Okay.
Maybe come up a middle.
All right, guys, you can see here is where the shot landed. I know it's going to get confusing with this group down here from the original. I'm going to finish this group. And then, oh man, that's so close. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm going to come up. I'm going to come up. Here we go. I sent a warm-up round through the original chassis, so I guess it's only fair I do it through this one as well. Just left. Same hole. Looks similar to the second group we shot in the factory, which was the best group out of the factory, but let's keep this train a-rolling. Ugh. Oh. There we go. Shoot one more before we go distance, just to see if that odd second group was kind of a outlier. If it was, I mean, everyone's gonna get mad. Everyone's gonna get mad because I'm not taking much time between and doing all the things, blah, blah, blah. But everyone's gonna get mad because, again, already I can see there is a material improvement on the group size by dropping into the KRG Bravo, which is a I think it was $399 stock. So stock and chassis system here. I'm gonna shoot another group. We'll go down the Coyote next, but I can already tell from 100 yards away. Again, drop it in a higher end chassis. You're gonna see an immediate improvement in accuracy. Now, the first thing I would do is change this trigger, okay? I'm gonna have to look into what options there are for the Ruger American. I don't know, but that one ain't for me. But yeah, so much more comfortable, solid, everything behind this thing. Again, we did this on the bench today instead of on the ground because there's so much mirage happening out there. I wanted to give this test true accuracy as fair, straight up as possible. But you can see the results downrange. Yet again, consistently improving group size by anywhere from 15 to 30% usually. Very cool. $500 gun, $400 stock, a new trigger, got yourself a real banger. All right, my dude. Taking it on to 400 yards, gonna shoot a group down there on a coyote target. See how she does in the old factory Ruger American. Spot her up. Spot her up. High back hip. I'll go ahead and shoot a group. Hopefully we don't sail it. I've got a little too much dope put in it. Flapper. Ooh, okay, well, not the best group at 400, but we hit the coyote 3 times, I guess, so, all right. All right, we let it cool off. Let's send some down at the coyote target. I'm guessing it dope using the 6.5 rule, which is, this is at 400 yards, 400, or 4 minus 2 is 2. That's our dope. Here's your trick for the day, ladies and gents. All right, coyote, 400, Ruger American in the KRG Bravo. Slightly low. Right back, left hip maybe. Boom, baby. So that was gonna be the end of the video. And then I went to my local shop and talked trash on the Ruger American and how crappy it shot. I then also communicated, yet again, drop it in the KRG chassis, improve the accuracy by 20–30%. Good buddy of mine was like, bro, you just got a lemon. I was like, what do you mean? There's a rumor with Ruger Americans that you either get a phenomenal one or an absolute lemon. I said, I don't know anything about them. He's like, well, here, I've got one in the shop, literally right now. He handed me this rifle. This is chambered in a 22 ARC. I've got a bunch of factory loads for the 22 ARC. I've been wanting to shoot anyway. So I threw a suppressor on this bad boy, and here's what happened. All right, gents, we've seen how I did the 6.5 Creedmoor. Let's see if we can do a little bit better with the old 22 ARC. This is the Ruger American ranch rifle. So it's a shorter, I believe it's a 16-inch or 18-inch, I can't remember. But it's a 16-inch 22 ARC. Really fun new cartridge that I'm excited to try out of a bolt gun. So this is factory Hornady 22 ARC black, which is 70 grain ELD match ammunition. So got a crony up, gonna send some groups down. I have no idea. I sent one in the hill to kind of warm it up and bore sight it. This was not zeroed before then. So let's see what we see. Bottom of the paper. Baby. We're starting off way better with the old 22 ARC. I should probably let it cool, but not interested in that. Kicking like crazy out there anyway, who cares? A couple more. Ooh, dadgum, she is stacking them, son. I should probably cover that suppressor, the F&G Day 1 by Silent AF, but she's too beautiful. I can't do it. Plus, I don't know that I have a triangular suppressor cover. So let me see what I can scrounge out. We'll do one more 3-shot group and see what happens. Stand by, everyone. All right, we did makeshift, as criminal as this is, because that is probably the most beautiful can I've ever seen. Pun. Just kidding, babe. Yours is way better. Talking to my wife right now. Everybody look away. You, wife, look right at me. Okay, let's shoot another production group. So far, she is hammering. Oh yeah, that's better. Come. Woo! Stacking them. Best production groups I think we've shot on this channel to date. Oh, Hornady's done it again, and it's glad to see a American Ruger giving me a little confidence in old girl, because the last one was how you say, not good. Showzas. Old girl was stacking them. I'm glad I let my friend talk me into using his Ruger American. I don't know what else to say. And you're probably gonna be like, well, why aren't you driving a KRG chassis? I didn't even bring it. Here's the deal, guys. I'm not trying to sell a chassis or a system or anything like that. I'm literally just doing a test. What I will tell you is if your gun, your factory rifle shoots that good, you probably don't need a different stock or chassis, okay? But if you did wanna maximize accuracy, dropping this in the KRG would improve accuracy too. Just like dropping all of these factory guns into a higher end stock or chassis system has improved accuracy, stability. It's simple, guys. If you have a gun like a Ruger American or something else, you want to improve accuracy, that KRG Bravo for I think $399 is an absolute excellent option. Also, the Arken on both of them, I'm really impressed with the glass quality for the price of those scopes. Am I saying they're better than Night Force? No, I'm not saying that, because they're not. But the glass quality is excellent for the money. So I'm sure the trigger cam degraded all of that though, so it's probably gonna look like trash. But it doesn't in person, it looks fantastic. There you go, ladies and gents, yet again. Now I was disappointed with the accuracy of the 6.5 Creedmoor for sure. Very disappointed in the production model. I was really hoping for better, and we know for a fact, because I filmed some other things today, that factory ammo was hammering. I mean, literally I shot .6s out of an AR-10 for another video that I may or may not have released already. So it wasn't the ammo, the gun was just tough. The 22 ARC shot much better. Pleased with it. Again, maybe that theory that it depends on the one you get, maybe I just got a lemon from an accuracy perspective, I'm not really sure. All in all, I think the bigger takeaway is, yet again, we've seen it. This gun, the accuracy, if you drop it in an improved stock or chassis system, and here we have probably the best budget chassis system available in the marketplace. For $400, you see an immediate improvement of accuracy, usually in the realm of 20 to 30%. You see 20 to 30% tighter groups on average, and I'm curious to actually measure these and see if that holds true. But from what I can tell, it did. So either way, if you're buying a Ruger American, if you're a big fan, Ruger American 2, and you're like, man, I love them, I swear by them, mine hammer, that's awesome, good for you. I see why you like them. I would certainly get an aftermarket trigger if I were changing anything on this, but everything else, the action, all that, I liked all that, the feel, the form factor, all the things. But you might think about upgrading your chassis or stock system, and I would highly recommend the Kinetic Research Group KRG Bravo if you were looking at the American Ruger Gen 2. Appreciate Hornady for sending some ammo for me to test out. Just a really big thank you to those guys for making awesome products and supporting the shooting community in a capacity where we can make videos like this for you to watch at home free while you're naked on the couch eating Cheetos. Guys, what else you think? Let me know what manufacturer do you want to see us do the Will It Shoot video with next. Please like, subscribe, hit us up, check us out. Till next time.